What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about 3 things that your parents didn't mention to you about dating that are actually very important. So buckle up because we're starting right now.
Here we go.
Alright, so 3 things that your parents might not have mentioned to you about dating that are actually very, very important. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is timing. Now, you might have heard, that love conquers all, or, that all you need is love. Well, that might be true in some senses, but the reality is that timing is the most important thing. You could find the most, somebody that's really, really compatible for you, but if it's not at the right time for either one of you or both of you, then obviously it's not going to work. So you have to keep that in mind when you're searching for love. You're out there dating. Maybe you find somebody, but it's not the right time for either one of you. So don't be afraid to leave the door open and, keep searching, but always remember that you never want to end on bad terms. So just, keep the door open and, end it amicably if it's not the right time for you or them. That doesn't mean that just because it's not right now, that it won't be similar in the future. So one quote that I like to go by is God's delays are not God's denials. So that's something to keep in mind. Timing is everything. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is something that actually is pretty funny, and it's don't suck in bed. So I hope that your parents didn't say this to you, obviously, because that would have been kind of an awkward situation, maybe an awkward conversation. If they did, then, more power to you. But you don't want to be afraid to experiment a little before locking down a relationship. So you don't want to go all in. It's the same thing with buying a car, basically. You don't want to purchase a car that you haven't test drove. So that you could take that a million different ways, but basically how I want to convey that to you is you want to kind of test out different things. You want to kind of test out different people and get your experience before you even look to settle down, because you're not going to know what's right for you. You're not going to know what you're really looking for. And this is something that actually rings true for me when I first started looking for apartments. It's, you don't want to settle on the first apartment that you see, because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what else is out there. So, test around a little bit. In this example, in this metaphor, we're going to say, look at multiple apartments. Well, the same rings true when you're talking about people. You want to kind of look at multiple people. Don't just settle and marry the first person that you meet. And obviously, that goes back to not sucking in bed and getting your experience. So, the next thing we're going to piggyback off of is a one-night stand doesn't always have to equal doom. A one-night stand is not the end of the world. First and foremost, like I said, timing is not everything. Timing is everything. Maybe the other person isn't in the right state of mind to be looking for a relationship right now. Maybe you're not in the right state of mind because you're not looking for a relationship right now. And it goes back to the same thing that we talked about before. Maybe you're looking to experiment a little, but you did like the guy or you did like the girl, and vice versa. Well, a one-night stand isn't necessarily the end of the world, but you do want to keep in mind that there are some red flags that you want to keep an eye out for. Okay, so those are 3 tips that are really, really valuable when you're first starting dating or you're looking for a relationship that your parents might not have told you. Now, none of these are going to work for you unless you get out there and take some chances. Life is about taking chances, guys. So if you're not willing to get out there and experiment, get out there and put this information to use and kind of, take action on this information, none of it's going to matter. So get out there, get dating. If maybe you have a friend that, can help set you up. If you're looking for a great dating site that, that has a bunch of singles on it already looking for, similar people, and you can kind of hone down in on what it is that you're looking for and maybe find a match that's better suited to you. I have a great suggestion for you guys. Check it out. It'll be the first link in the description. I know some people that have found love on that site. I know some people that have tried that dating on that site, and it comes highly recommended to me. So if you're looking for a great site that you can basically, check out and kind of target down on in, that you can basically target in on what it is that you're actually looking for in a significant other, check that site out. It will really, really help you. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope it brought you some value. Like I said, get out there and take some chances.